Did you know that some vitamins, often taken with good intentions, can actually weaken your legs as you age? It might sound surprising, especially since most of us are conditioned to believe that vitamins are always beneficial. But for adults over 60, taking certain vitamins in the wrong amounts or combinations may do more harm than good, especially when it comes to leg strength and mobility. As we age, maintaining strong, stable legs becomes absolutely essential. Your legs aren't just for movement. They support your balance, reduce your fall risk, and keep you independent. Unfortunately, muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, begins to accelerate after age 50. Combined with changes in metabolism, nutrient absorption, and physical activity levels, older adults face a higher risk of muscle weakness. The last thing you need is for your supplement routine to make things worse. Here's where it gets tricky. The very vitamins marketed as anti-aging, bone-supporting, or energy-boosting could actually be undermining your muscle function. This is especially true when they're consumed in excess or without proper medical guidance. Some nutrients, while essential in small doses, can negatively impact muscle coordination, nerve signaling, and bone integrity when taken incorrectly, ultimately contributing to that unwanted leg fatigue or instability you might already be noticing. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the two worst vitamins that could weaken your legs after age 60. These are commonly found in multivitamins, fortified foods, or standalone supplements, often consumed daily by older adults without a second thought. You'll learn why these specific vitamins can backfire, what science says about their effects on muscle health, and how to recognize the signs of overuse. But we won't just stop at the don'ts. We'll also explore safe, effective alternatives to support leg strength as you age, and how to create a smart, personalized supplement plan that aligns with your body's changing needs. From recognizing early symptoms of vitamin imbalance to understanding the nutrients that genuinely support muscle health, this video is designed to help you stay strong, mobile, and independent well into your golden years. Whether you're already noticing leg weakness, struggling with balance, or simply trying to stay proactive about aging, this video will give you the knowledge you need to avoid common supplement mistakes and instead make informed, empowering choices for your long-term health. So, if you're over 60 and serious about protecting your mobility, don't overlook what's in your vitamin cabinet. Keep reading to discover the two surprising vitamins that can be doing more harm than good, and what you should do instead. Why leg strength declines after 60? As we age, many people notice a gradual loss of strength, especially in the legs. You might find it harder to climb stairs, get out of a chair, or walk for extended periods without fatigue. While this is a common part of aging, it's not inevitable, and understanding why leg strength declines after 60 can help you take action to preserve mobility and independence. Here are 4 of the most important factors contributing to leg weakness in older adults. Number 1 is age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia. One of the primary culprits is sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and function. Starting as early as your 30s, muscle mass declines by about 3 to 5% per decade, and this process speeds up significantly after age 60. Sarcopenia not only reduces muscle size but also affects muscle strength, power, and endurance, particularly in the lower body. The result? Weaker legs, slower reflexes, and a greater risk of falls. This condition is influenced by hormonal changes such as lower testosterone and growth hormone, decreased nerve function, and inflammation, all of which accelerate muscle breakdown and reduce your body's ability to build new muscle tissue. Number 2 is decreased physical activity. Another major reason leg strength declines after 60 is a drop in daily physical activity. Many older adults become less active due to retirement, health issues, or a fear of falling. Unfortunately, this lack of movement creates a vicious cycle. The less you move, the weaker your muscles become. Without regular strength-building activities like walking, resistance training, or balance exercises, leg muscles start to shrink and lose functionality. Even just a few days of inactivity can result in noticeable strength loss in older adults, especially in the quadriceps, hamstrings, and calf muscles, which are essential for standing, walking, and balance. Number 3 is nutritional changes with aging. Proper nutrition is vital for maintaining strong muscles, but nutrient intake often declines with age. Many older adults eat fewer calories, experience reduced appetite, or have trouble chewing and digesting certain foods. This can lead to deficiencies in key muscle-supporting nutrients such as protein, vitamin D, magnesium, and B vitamins. In addition, aging affects how well your body absorbs and utilizes nutrients, meaning that even with a seemingly balanced diet, you might not be getting enough of what your muscles need to function properly. Without adequate fuel and building blocks, leg muscles weaken over time. Number 4 is medication and absorption issues. Many seniors take multiple medications for conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or cholesterol. Some of these drugs can interfere with nutrient absorption or muscle performance. For example, long-term use of corticosteroids can lead to muscle wasting, and statins have been linked to muscle cramps and weakness. Certain medications also affect gut health, which plays a critical role in absorbing vitamins and minerals. If your digestive system isn't functioning optimally, your muscles may not receive the nutrients they need, even if you're eating well or taking supplements. Understanding these factors helps you better manage age-related changes. By staying active, eating nutrient-rich foods, monitoring your medications, and choosing the right supplements, you can maintain strong, healthy legs well into your 60s and beyond. The role of vitamins in muscle health. Vitamins play a critical role in nearly every biological function, including the health and strength of your muscles. While protein often takes the spotlight in discussions about muscle maintenance, your body also relies heavily on vitamins to regulate muscle contractions, nerve signaling, energy production, and cell repair. When you don't get the right nutrients, or you get too much of the wrong ones, your muscles, especially in your legs, may become weaker, slower to recover, or more prone to cramps and fatigue. Let's explore how vitamins affect your muscle function and why balance, dosage, and bioavailability matter more than most people realize. How vitamins support muscle function. Muscles don't work in isolation. They depend on a complex interplay of nutrients that support contraction, repair, and endurance. For example, vitamin D helps regulate calcium levels, which are essential for proper muscle contraction. A deficiency in vitamin D is strongly linked to muscle weakness and balance issues in older adults. Vitamin B12 is crucial for nerve health, and a lack of it can result in tingling, numbness, or leg weakness. Magnesium, while technically a mineral, works alongside B vitamins and vitamin D to support energy metabolism and reduce muscle cramping. Together, these vitamins ensure that your muscles can move, contract, and recover efficiently. Without them, your body becomes more prone to fatigue, instability, and reduced muscle performance, especially in the legs, which bear most of your body weight. The importance of balance, dosage, and bioavailability. While vitamins are essential, more isn't always better, especially as you age. The effectiveness of a vitamin depends not just on the amount you consume, but also on how well your body absorbs and uses it. This concept is known as bioavailability. As you get older, your digestive system naturally becomes less efficient at absorbing certain nutrients. At the same time, you may be tempted to make up for it by taking higher doses of supplements. Unfortunately, this can backfire. Taking too much of certain vitamins, especially fat-soluble ones, can lead to toxicity or interfere with other critical nutrients. One of the biggest misconceptions is that vitamin deficiencies are the only threat to health. In reality, excess intake, especially from supplements, can be just as dangerous. Seniors are particularly vulnerable because they often take multiple supplements, sometimes without realizing that they're doubling up on certain nutrients through multivitamins and fortified foods. Vitamins are powerful tools for maintaining muscle health after 60, but only when used wisely. Striking the right balance and understanding your body's changing needs is the key to preserving strength, mobility, and independence. The two worst vitamins that can weaken legs after 60. Number 1 is vitamin A in excess. While vitamin A is essential for vision, immune function, and cell growth, taking it in excess, especially after the age of 60, can have serious consequences for your bones and muscles. What many people don't realize is that too much vitamin A, particularly in the form of retinol, can actually contribute to weakened leg muscles, joint pain, and even increased risk of fractures. As you age, your body's ability to process and regulate fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A becomes less efficient. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, which are excreted when taken in excess, vitamin A is stored in the liver. Over time, repeated high intake can lead to toxicity. This condition, known as hypervitaminosis A, may not show immediate symptoms but can gradually cause muscle fatigue, bone demineralization, and joint stiffness, particularly in weight-bearing areas like the legs and hips. Several studies have highlighted the link between high vitamin A levels and decreased bone density in older adults. A well-known study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that older women with the highest vitamin A intake had nearly double the risk of hip fractures compared to those with moderate intake. The connection lies in how excess vitamin A interferes with vitamin D and calcium metabolism, two critical components for maintaining strong bones and healthy muscle function. Vitamin A can also contribute to chronic muscle pain or soreness, which may be mistaken for the natural effects of aging. However, in many cases, it's actually a warning sign that the body is being overloaded with this nutrient. Common sources of excess vitamin A include retinol-based supplements, high-dose multivitamins, cod liver oil, and fortified foods such as cereals and dairy products. It's especially easy to unknowingly exceed the safe threshold if you're taking multiple supplements or consuming fortified products regularly. The recommended dietary allowance RDA for adults over 50 is approximately 700 mg, 2,333 IU per day for women and 900 micrograms, 3,000 IU per day for men. The tolerable upper intake level, UL, is 3,000 micrograms, 10,000 IU per day for adults. However, many supplements exceed this amount, and prolonged intake above the UL increases the risk of toxicity. For older adults with reduced liver function or other metabolic concerns, even levels below the UL may be problematic over time. It's important to note that vitamin A from beta-carotene found in colorful vegetables does not carry the same risks as preformed vitamin or retinol, since the body converts it on an as-needed basis. This makes whole food sources a much safer option, particularly for seniors. If you're over 60 and experiencing leg weakness or bone discomfort, it's worth taking a closer look at your supplement routine. You may be consuming more vitamin A than your body needs, possibly to your own detriment. Number 2 is vitamin E in excess. Vitamin E is widely known for its antioxidant properties and is often marketed as a powerful tool for fighting aging and inflammation. Many older adults take vitamin E supplements hoping to protect their heart, skin, and immune system. But when it comes to muscle health, especially in people over 60, too much vitamin E can actually backfire, leading to issues like muscle weakness, cramps, and even dangerous interactions with medications. While antioxidants like vitamin E play a role in neutralizing free radicals, the idea that more is better doesn't apply here. In fact, the antioxidant myth has been challenged by numerous studies showing that high-dose antioxidant supplements may interfere with the body's natural repair mechanisms. Muscles, for instance, undergo controlled inflammation during exercise or physical stress, a necessary process that helps them rebuild and strengthen. Excessive antioxidant intake, especially from supplements, can blunt this adaptive response, making it harder for muscles to grow and recover. More specifically, high doses of vitamin E above the recommended upper limit have been associated with muscle cramps, weakness, and fatigue. This is particularly concerning for older adults who are already dealing with age-related muscle loss and may be unknowingly making things worse by oversupplementing. Another critical concern is how vitamin E affects blood clotting. Vitamin E acts as a natural blood thinner by inhibiting platelet aggregation. While this might sound beneficial for cardiovascular health, it can be dangerous when combined with anticoagulant medications like warfarin or aspirin, which many people over 60 are prescribed. The interaction can lead to excessive bleeding, increased bruising, and delayed recovery from injuries, all of which contribute to overall frailty and reduced mobility. Older adults with heart conditions, high blood pressure, or a history of stroke should be especially cautious. The American Heart Association does not recommend high-dose vitamin E supplementation for heart disease prevention, as studies have not shown a clear benefit and some suggest potential harm. For example, one large-scale study found that high-dose vitamin E above 400 IU/day was associated with an increased risk of mortality in older adults. Vitamin E is found naturally in foods like nuts, seeds, spinach, and vegetable oils. These sources are generally safe and beneficial. Problems usually arise when people take supplements that far exceed the daily needs. The recommended dietary allowance for adults over 50 is 15 mg per day, and the upper limit is 1,000 milligrams per day from synthetic forms. However, adverse effects have been observed at doses as low as 400 IU in some older populations. If you're experiencing unexplained muscle cramps, weakness in the legs, or are on blood-thinning medications, review your supplement labels carefully. You could be taking more vitamin E than your body can safely handle, especially if it's included in a multivitamin or fortified product. Common misconceptions about vitamins and muscle health after 60. When it comes to staying healthy after 60, many people turn to vitamins and supplements to fill nutritional gaps, boost energy, and prevent age-related decline. While that's a smart intention, several widespread misconceptions about vitamins, especially in the senior population, can do more harm than good, particularly when it comes to leg strength, muscle function, and overall mobility. One of the most dangerous beliefs is that more vitamins equals better health. This assumption leads many older adults to take multiple supplements, megadose of specific nutrients, or high-potency multivitamins without truly understanding what their body needs. The problem: excessive intake of certain vitamins can cause muscle weakness, nerve issues, and even interfere with medications. As discussed earlier, fat-soluble vitamins like A and E are stored in the body and can accumulate to toxic levels over time, especially in seniors whose metabolism and liver function may be slowing down. Another important factor to consider is the difference between natural and synthetic vitamin sources. Vitamins found in whole foods, such as fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, are accompanied by a complex array of cofactors like fiber, enzymes, and other nutrients that enhance absorption and effectiveness. In contrast, synthetic vitamins, often found in cheap over-the-counter supplements, may not be as bioavailable and can even stress the liver or digestive system when taken in large quantities. For example, synthetic vitamin E, D-alpha tocopherol, is not as effective as the natural form, D-alpha tocopherol, and excessive use may increase health risks rather than reduce them. This brings us to another common mistake: the overuse of multivitamins in seniors. Many older adults rely heavily on daily multivitamin tablets, assuming they're a harmless way to cover all nutritional bases. However, most multivitamins are one-size-fits-all formulas that don't account for your individual diet, health status, or medications. Worse, they often contain redundant or excessive levels of certain vitamins, like vitamin A or E, that could potentially weaken muscles, cause leg cramps, or increase the risk of falls and fractures over time. It's also worth noting that many seniors take multiple supplements without realizing they may be doubling or tripling their intake of certain nutrients. For instance, you might take a multivitamin, a joint support formula, and a bone health supplement, all of which could contain overlapping doses of vitamins A, D, or E. Without proper oversight, this can lead to nutrient imbalances that directly affect your leg strength and neuromuscular function. In short, the idea that vitamins can't hurt is simply not true, especially in older adults. Just as a deficiency can weaken your body, an excess can quietly sabotage your mobility and leave you feeling fatigued, unstable, or prone to injury. Vitamins can be powerful allies in healthy aging, but only when used wisely. Quality matters more than quantity, and understanding your personal nutritional needs is far more effective than following generic supplement trends. Always consult your doctor or a qualified nutritionist before starting or adjusting your vitamin routine. Safer alternatives and what to do instead. If you're over 60 and concerned about leg strength, it's important to approach vitamins and supplements with strategy, not guesswork. While some vitamins in excess can weaken your legs or interact poorly with medications, the right approach to nutrition can help you maintain muscle strength, reduce the risk of falls, and support healthy aging. Here are some safer, smarter alternatives to oversupplementing and what to do instead. The first and most important step is to test your nutrient levels before supplementing. Many people assume they're deficient in key vitamins like B12 or D based on age or symptoms, but this can lead to unnecessary or excessive supplementation. A simple blood test ordered by your doctor can check levels of vitamin D, B12, iron, and other important markers, allowing for targeted, effective treatment. This is especially important with fat-soluble vitamins, which can build up to dangerous levels if taken without need. Instead of relying heavily on pills, focus on whole food sources of vitamins and minerals, which are generally safer, more bioavailable, and better tolerated by older adults. Foods rich in nutrients also contain beneficial compounds like fiber and antioxidants that work synergistically to support overall health. For example, leafy greens like spinach and kale provide magnesium and folate. Eggs, dairy, and fortified cereals offer B12 and vitamin D. Fatty fish like salmon or sardines deliver protein, omega-3s, and vitamin D. Nuts, seeds, and legumes supply magnesium, healthy fats, and plant-based protein. These whole food options can help support strong muscles and bones without the risks associated with high-dose supplements. When it comes to specific nutrients that are beneficial for leg strength after 60, a few stand out as especially effective. Vitamin D, crucial for calcium absorption, bone health, and muscle function. Deficiency is common in older adults, especially those with limited sun exposure. Magnesium supports muscle relaxation and helps prevent cramps. Also plays a role in nerve function and energy production. Vitamin B12, essential for nerve health and red blood cell production. A deficiency can lead to leg numbness, weakness, and balance issues. Protein, often overlooked, adequate protein intake is vital to preserve muscle mass and prevent sarcopenia. Aim for high-quality sources like lean meat, eggs, fish, Greek yogurt, or legumes. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, consult with a healthcare provider or a registered dietitian before starting any new supplement. They can help assess your current needs, review your medications, and develop a personalized plan that supports your leg strength, mobility, and overall health. This is especially important for older adults managing chronic conditions or taking multiple prescriptions, where supplement interactions can become a serious concern. Rather than guessing or overdosing on the wrong supplements, take a smarter path. Test first, prioritize food-based nutrition, and supplement only where truly needed. With the right nutrients in the right amounts, you can maintain strong, stable legs and age with confidence. As we age, maintaining strong, stable legs becomes essential to preserving mobility, independence, and overall quality of life. While vitamins are often seen as a quick solution for health concerns, this article has shown that not all supplements are beneficial, especially when misused. In fact, two common vitamins, vitamin A and vitamin E, can actually weaken your legs after 60 if taken in excessive amounts. Vitamin A, particularly in its retinol form, can contribute to reduced bone density and muscle fatigue when consumed in high doses over time. Similarly, too much vitamin E can interfere with muscle recovery, increase cramping, and cause dangerous interactions with medications, particularly blood thinners. The message is clear. More is not always better. Taking vitamins blindly, without understanding your actual nutritional needs or the risks of overuse, can do more harm than good. That's why it's crucial to review your supplement routine regularly. Look at what you're taking, whether it's a multivitamin, individual supplements, or fortified foods, and consider whether you're exceeding safe levels of certain nutrients. If you're experiencing leg weakness, fatigue, or balance issues, it may be time to talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian about testing for deficiencies and reevaluating your needs. As a final tip, remember this: balance and awareness are key. The goal isn't to fear supplements, but to use them wisely. Focus on getting most of your nutrients from whole foods and supplement only when necessary, based on clinical testing and professional guidance. With the right approach, you can protect your leg strength, avoid unnecessary risks, and age with greater energy and confidence.